Hey guys, so I'm working on the E32 here, and I had something that I think is very important. This is my 735i. I'm doing a valve cover gasket and adjusting my valves. And when I was reading on how to do it, they were saying on the forums that it's good to check the banjo bolts that are holding the oil sprayer rail. And I thought to myself, like, okay, this thing's pretty low miles, 90,000 miles. It's had good maintenance. Runs okay. There's no way that's gonna happen to me. But check this out. Take off our cover here. Can you see something? That doesn't look flush, does it? This is how it should look. Oh my. So there is a oil pressure passage here, and there's an oil pressure passage here, and this rod has got holes on it here and here. It may also have some under here, I'm not sure, I can't see it. Okay, I just want to clarify this really fast. There are oil holes under that rod, and they spray onto the cam where it contacts the rockers. You just can't really see them from the top, and the rod is actually pinched off at the ends. I don't know if it's pinched off so much that no oil can come out or not, but the main purpose of this rod is definitely to lubricate the cams. And look at this. Completely loose. The washers are still there, but you can actually see the hole in the banjo bolt. Oop, there it is. So it was probably spraying some oil out there. Let's see how many threads were left. A decent amount. That's probably why it was still in. Thank goodness. Watching out I don't drop that bottom O-ring there. I'm gonna see if I can grab that. No, it's in there, kind of tight, so I won't worry about that for now. But anyways, yeah, and that is actually cool. You can see the, excuse me, that is the top of the cam there. So the way this works is that the cam bearings are built into these caps here, and there is an oil passage that flows through the cap and then pushes oil, my finger's too big there. It pushes oil into the bearing surface. And it also, excess oil gets pushed up into the banjo bolt, which then goes into this rod. Let's see if we can see the holes in the rod. Yep, you can see them. It's a flattened rod, but it's got still a gap in there. So there's a gap, and it flows through there. I've got myself some new crush washers. I should have gotten bolts too, but I ran out of time. Let's check out the bolt. Yep, just a typical banjo bolt. The torque for this is 8 to 10 foot-pounds. And that is very critical, because if this bolt goes too far, it's going to contact the top of the cam there, and that's going to be no bueno. So I've got myself some new crush washers over here. I'll give you the part number. There's your part number. Make sure always get extra. We only need 4, but I got 6, because if you crush them and you realize you messed something up, you don't want to then go and have to order a new set, because you can't go to AutoZone and get these. My local Euro auto parts store didn't even have them in their catalog, so thank you CP Euro, as usual. All right, so anyways, let's get this fixed. Okay, we've got a Loctite on. We've got our new crush washers in. We're just torquing them down now. I cleaned it up with a little brake clean. The holes with brake clean and Q-tips. They look good. I can see a little bit of crush in the washers, and they look solid. So time to clean up this valve cover surface and get this new valve cover installed. All right, valve cover's installed, air intake tubing is installed, everything's tight, everything's torqued down. You can find the torque specs and torque pattern for this valve cover online pretty easily. Got the new valve cover gasket in, everything's clean, and we should be good for start. All right. Doesn't necessarily run any different, but runs fine, sounds fine. So yeah, mission success.